Hillary Clinton says the Supreme Court is wrong on the Second Amendment. And if she, God forbid, becomes president, her administration will launch a new effort to not only ban so-called assault weapons, but a nationwide gun ban on everything. We're talking about a total repeal of the Second Amendment, which, according to Hillary, is worth consideration. That's what we are facing right now with a potential Clinton presidency.
Recently, Australia managed to get away or take away tens of thousands, millions of handguns. And in 1 year, they're all gone. Can we do that? And why, if we can't, why can't we?
You know, Australia is a good example. Canada is a good example. The UK is a good example. Why? Because each of them had mass killings. And in reaction, they passed much stricter gun laws. So I think that's worth considering. I don't know enough details to tell you how we would do it or how it would work, but certainly the Australian example is worth looking at.
So I'm going to speak out. I'm going to do everything I can to rally people against this pernicious, corrupting influence of the NRA. We've got to go after this. And here again, the Supreme Court is wrong on the Second Amendment. And I am going to make that case every chance I get.
Now, her appetite for gun control has been blatantly obvious throughout her entire campaign. And it's no secret that a President Hillary Clinton would use executive orders to strip away our God-given right to self-defense. In fact, Hillary says amen to that.
We need you to be able to use your executive powers to legislate that you can't carry guns in cars. You can't bring guns in buildings that are not insured to carry them. We need executive powers that say that we will fight for life and not kowtow to the sons and daughters of Charleston Heston. We can't kowtow to the sons and daughters of Charleston Heston. We must have a greater voice. Thank you for coming, and I will elect you. Vote.
Whoa. Let the congregation say, amen.
Now, Hillary's daughter, Chelsea Clinton, whose real father, by the way, is very likely to be Webster Hubble. But hey, let's not tell anyone because the Clintons really want to keep that a secret. But anyway, Chelsea Clinton has also been hitting the campaign trail in support of her mom. And she says now that Justice Scalia is dead and out of the way, the Supreme Court can finally make a definitive ruling on gun control.
With Justice Scalia on the bench, one of the few areas where the court actually had an inconsistent record relates to gun control. So if you listen to Moms Demand Action and the Brady campaign, kind of major efforts pushing for smart, sensible, and enforceable gun control across our country, which in disclosure have endorsed my mom, they say they believe the next time the court rules on gun control will make a definitive ruling.
There's proof right there, ladies and gentlemen, that you really need to spay and neuter your Democrats. Because it looks like Chelsea is going to be every bit as evil and nasty as her mom.
So it matters to me that my mom's the only person running for president who not only constantly makes that connection, but also has a strong record on gun control and standing up to the NRA.
And here's a news flash for the Clintons. America doesn't have a gun problem. America has a gang problem. And in gun-free zones like Chicago, there's already been over 1,000 shootings this year. And guess what? Not one of the shooters was a member of the NRA.
From my cold, dead hands.
A well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, says the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. It's not about hunting. and it's not about sport, and it's not just about protecting yourself, your family, and your property. No, the Second Amendment is much more than that. It's about protecting yourself from a tyrannical government. And it was written by men, true patriots, who believed that our government and even our own military might be forced to one day turn against us. And the Second Amendment was written to guarantee that that will never happen.
I must tell you, the right to defend yourself, the right to keep and bear arms, does not protect your right to shoot deer. It protects your right to shoot at the government when it is taken over by tyrants. These are the quintessential American right, the right to be left alone.